let's move on and see some of the other stuff we've got available. We can make a pad, which is a good excuse to have a look at Alligator. But first we need something to kind of begin with. Oops. Let's put in a combinator, keep things tidy. Follow it up with Thor. We're going to have 3 multi-oscillators. Give ourselves a nice super saw to start with, because it's got so much frequency content in there. It's really nice to work with for big thick pads. Bring one up an octave, one down, and detune them a little bit. Sweet. Might do a bit higher up. There we go. And if we right click and go to Effects, Alligator Filter Gate. There's our default Alligator patch. Let's open the browser and see what they've got, because there's quite a lot going on there. So this will give us a good example of some of the things we can do quite quickly. Here we go. Now notice down there you've got the shuffle as well. If I quickly pick this one or something, we can see that the shuffle is the order at which it triggers the different filters. So that's just up and down. That's just kind of alternating. And there's loads of patterns available. So you can kind of get different arpeggiaty sounds out of it. Oscillator 1, pause. That's quite nice. Oh, that sounds like a kick. This might be a really cool way to make kick drums and stuff if you resample that. Let's bring down some of those resonant parts. That's quite a usable one. Just going through these options we've got here. First, we've got the LFO amount. Each of these bands has an LFO, and the amount the point at which you're filtering it. So you're filtering at the high pass, the band pass. So that's just like a band of frequencies cutting off the low and high, and then the low pass. Just allowing the low end through, choosing where that is. Resonance, same as in a regular filter, just feeding the signal back in to get the kind of high-pitched tone. Next up, we've got the ENV amount, so you can use the filter envelope here to get a more kind of plucked tone. So if we bring these up, I'll show you an example. You can hear that makes a bit more of a sharp attack there. Then we've got drive, very, very funny propeller heads, little car as the symbol. Just adds a bit of distortion to the tone. Phaser, if you want to make it a bit of spacey. We've got delay, which is really nice, really convenient in there. For instance, if you wanted to draw attention to the top end there, we could add quite a lot of feedback to the delay and just bring that up. And that just means that the top end is going to be much more prominent because it'll be echoing out of the others. Quite cool when you have high resonance as well. Then you got the high pass pan, and the band pass and low pass, obviously. Just panning it left and right, and volume as well. And you could also bring in the dry signal in addition to that. Again, making it a really cool kind of, this is almost a multi-band parallel compressor if you want it to be. It can do all kinds of stuff. So that's a reasonable starting point for a pad. A little bit crazy maybe, but see how it goes, see how it fits in with everything else. I'll just record something. Gonna quantize that. Right click, quantize notes. You can click this quantize during recording, which allows you to stop having to do that. Again, quite useful. Then we've got these 3 shortcut keys. F5 quickly shows the mixer, F6 shows the rack, F7 shows the sequencer. Really useful here in Reason 6, and record if you remember that. Pad, naming is always good. And let's do some mixing quickly, just to bring this down. Bass is a bit loud. Okay, Now might be a good time to show you the mastering just quickly while I'm here. You've got the master compressor with this supposedly award-winning compression. It's quite nice. It sounds good. I'll show you that now. If we turn it on, bring down the threshold and the ratio up. So without it and with it, kind of ties everything together nicely. I've got to feel like I want to make that bass a bit wider, and a way to do that is to, if we, I don't know if we can control shift click, right click, duplicate devices and tracks, and that's just doubled both of those, and they're conveniently linked up. Take the output into audio in, and we're going to pan this one. That's the sub in the middle there. Going to pan one to the right and the other one to the left. As you can hear, that bass is a lot bigger now. If we just show you that without, then bringing that. Sweet. Could do with some EQing as well. Right click, plus equalizer. I'm getting lost already. There's so many things in the list now. They've kind of separated it now, so that's good. Yeah, we want it to be not an aux. We want it as an insert effect. So to the input and output to the from devices. And here we go. EQ time. Quite sharp, gets moved. Be sure to mix at different volumes as well when you're doing this kind of EQing. Just changing the headphone volume so I can hear the differences. See if we compare that. It's a lot more focused. It seems a lot. That's the only way I can describe it, really. Like clear and focused, and that's what you want to do with your equalizer. Kind of carve out the sound so it's not too muddy. There tends to be a lot of mud in this middle area here. Anyway, where are we? We've got this quite a nice loop going on. That bass is now really, really loud, so bring that down. You know, I think I've got rid of the bass end entirely on that. So one thing I can do is just bring up the low shelf. That'll do the trick. Some people say that you have to kind of cut only with EQ, but I find that if it sounds good, then just go with what you've done. It doesn't really matter. You can always bring down the master volume if things are clipping later. But again, if it's clipping and it doesn't sound bad, then what's the problem? If by reducing the volume it just makes it quieter and you can't notice a difference in tone, then there's no need to bring it down, really. Yeah. Anyway, quite a few of you guys were asking on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me at Dave P. Brown, which is my Twitter, and facebook.com/boinaband.com. You were asking about the audio features, so we're going to right click and create an audio track. Oh, you can hear me now.